Hello children, welcome to another lecture. Yes, so this is book B. So yesterday we have discussed about the textual question answers from book A. Okay, uh, I have already provided the PDF also. I hope that you have got that. Okay, yeah, so today's today's session is for discussion of book B for chapter number 3, that is page number 15. Okay, what is the first question? First 3.1 exercise, rocks and their formation. The first question is identify the monument in the picture. Which type of rock was used to build this monument? Explain the process of formation of this type of rock. Okay, so the answer is C. This monument is Red Fort, located in Delhi. It is constructed with red sandstone. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, it is a building that has been constructed with red sandstone, and sandstone is composed of what we have already seen in the explanation. It has two minerals, that is sand and quartz, and small particles of sand get compressed under high pressure and are together and are cemented together to form the sandstone. So this way the sandstone rock is been processed, is been formed. So like this you have to write down. That is the first one. What is the second question? One type of rock can change into another. Explain with the help of an example. How can we say? Means we can say one type of rock can change into another. Okay, explain the help of an example. What is that? It means that there is one rock which can change into another rock. So what is that? Yeah, so see, many times this sedimentary and igneous rocks get buried inside the earth. At that time what happens? These rocks are subjected to extreme heat, means these rocks get extreme heat and pressure, which what happens ultimately, it changes the mineral content of both the rocks, that is for igneous as well as sedimentary. In my explanation I have already explained it, how this it is known as minerals. Or in the explanation of metamorphic rocks, not minerals, sorry, it is regarding the metamorphic rocks. So during the explanation of the metamorphic rocks I have already said what happens, that the two rocks, that is igneous rocks as well as sedimentary rocks, both are buried inside the earth, and these rocks are subjected to, means these both the rocks have extreme heat and pressure, which ultimately what happens, it changes their mineral content of both the rocks. Then these changes result into what? Formation of new rocks, which is known as what? Metamorphic rocks. In this way we can say, means one type of rock. So which is that kind of rock that can change into another? Yeah, so they are igneous as well as sedimentary. These rocks change into another form of rock, that is metamorphic rocks. Okay, so marble is, you have to, now you have to give an example. Explain with the help of an example. That is marble. Marble is formed due to the metamorphosis of what? Limestone. See, that also is an example of one rock changed to another. That is, when the mineral content of limestone changes, it converts into marble stone. So this is the example how it changes the formation of one rock to another. So that is the answer for answer number 2. Okay, we are just discussing. Later I'll provide the PDF. So let's move to next page, that is 16th page. What is the third question? Write the short notes. So short notes you have to write down regarding igneous rocks, second conglomerate, third is slate. So this itself you can find in the textbook also. See, regarding igneous rocks, as you can see in the textbook. Let's see in the textbook only. Where is that? Yes, you can see it on the igneous rocks. This way you have to write down. From these igneous rocks are formed when molten magma comes out of Earth's surface through cracks. The magma on the Earth's surface is called lava. And this lava gradually cools and hardens into this surface, okay, Earth's surface, and takes the form of the rocks. This is known as igneous rocks. So this answer up to this form of it cools and hardens Earth's surface and takes the form of rocks. Up to this igneous rock to form of rocks. This is the answer for short note number 1, that is igneous rock. What is the second one? It is conglomerate. So that you can write down the short note regarding here from the textbook only. See, this conglomerate are the rocks which are formed by cementing the sediments like stones, gravel, pebbles and sand. So these are what usually found in how many colors? Gray and red in color, and are often used in construction purposes also. And what is the main purpose of this stone? It is used for decorating and polishing ornaments. For the polishing of the ornaments, these kind of rocks are used. So that is what the short note number 2 answer is for conglomerate. What is the third short note? That is slate. That you can write down from here in page number 35 of book A. See, it is formed by the metamorphosis of which rock? Shale. Shale is a sedimentary rock. So with the means you can say the metamorphosis process of, or we can say when the mineral content of this shale changes, it takes the form of slate rock. In this way we can say that. So it is commonly found in black or gray colors. Which slate is found in black or gray colors? Only 2 colors are there. And slate can easily be split into layers, and it is used as what? It is used for making blackboards, roof tiles and writing slates. So this is what the short note for the third is. Okay. So by this we complete the exercise 3.1 as we have discussed. I will share the PDF also, the answers that you have to write down. Okay. What is the 3.2 on page number 18 from book B? So what is the first question? What are metallic minerals? Write the 4 uses of metallic minerals. Means you have to first explain regarding what are metallic minerals. Means we can write down so the answer for that is the minerals from which the metals can be obtained are called metallic minerals. Then you have to write down the 4 uses of metallic minerals. What are they? Means the metals are used for what? For making utensils, for electrical appliances, wires and construction materials. These are 4 kind of uses for the metallic minerals are. And precious metals like gold and silver are used for making ornaments. So gold and silver are also used for making what? Ornaments. So this is what regarding the first question is the answer for first question. What is the second question? Let's see. Make a list of 5 minerals that you can recognize among other common objects at home. so that you can if you can write by your own answers, it is also fine, but you have to make sure that it is a mineral. It should be a mineral, otherwise the answer is, see, 5 minerals I have given, that is called, other than means at your house, at your home. Petroleum also you can find out in your vehicle. Okay, petrol is also mineral, coal is a mineral, gold also you can have at your home. Steel plates, obviously it is made of uh, this mineral or this aluminium. Okay, then aluminium buckets, it is also an example for minerals. Okay, and if you have some more idea regarding other 5 objects, that you can write by yourself if you can. Okay, if you can find out some of the objects at home, you can write down that also. Okay, but make sure that it should be a, or it should be made of that mineral, or it should be the mineral, not any other object. It should be a mineral only. So that is the second question, and answer is, what is the third one? Name a mineral used at home and paste its picture in the box. So this you can, I will give you as a homework, as it is asked already, is some of the minerals that you use at your home. Okay, so if you can paste the picture of that mineral over in your textbook. Okay, that you can do by yourself. Now what is the 19th exercise 3.3? So we have completed 3.2. Now let's move on for 3.3. What is the first question? What are fossils? Describe the formation with an help of an example. What are fossils? Okay, what is that? Fossils are remains of dead plants and animals. Means it is a skeleton part of the animals, or you can say the dead plants, when they just die, they are known as fossils. That is the answer for first question. What are fossils? Second part of the question is, describe their formation with the help of an example. Now you have to describe that, how they are formed. So you can write down regarding coal and petroleum. Okay, means it is they are the two important non-metallic minerals. Okay, that are extracted from the earth's crust, and coal was formed millions of years ago when the earth was swampy. That you can write down this also, this only the same thing. Okay, see, it was covered with thick and swampy forest which got buried underground. Then trees died and or got decomposed and got buried in the swamps. Then what happened? The trees, new trees again grow, and slowly they also started dying and got buried. So this process continued for what? Millions of years. And the high pressure and extreme temperature inside the earth changes these minerals into, or this remains into, coal. So this way the coal is formed. That is the answer for the second part of first question. So what are fossils? And we are given 2 examples. They are, okay, coal and petroleum, and you have to write down the formation. That is the first one. What is the second question? See, observe these pictures. You have to observe these pictures. And 2 common non-metallic minerals are used as fuel in trains. So which are they? Which are that? So which are that 2 common non-metallic minerals which are used in train? So you have to name that, and then you have to write a short note on them. So which are the 2 non-metallic minerals that are used in train? They are coal and petroleum. This is coal, this is petroleum. See, coal you can see over here. You might have seen the goods train. Okay, so that train is been carrying the coals. Okay, so this is what you can see in the first picture. Second picture is petroleum. See, petroleum is been, yeah, yeah. So they get the petrol from the petrol mine and they fill in these kind of cylinders. The trains are like the cylinders, and in this the petrol is been filled, and they provide these petroleums to all the other areas where in need. So what is the what are the two, as per the question, two common non-metallic minerals are used in fuels? So that is coal and petroleum. Okay, now you have to write a short note on them. So regarding coal, if you write, so it is used, you have to write down, it is used as a fuel for cooking, running steam engines, and to produce the electricity. What is the second? It is petroleum. Okay, the second is this petroleum, and the petroleum is used as fuels in vehicles for a dry cleaning purpose and to make the paints. Means paint is kind of a lubricant. So it is also made of petroleum, which is a non-metallic mineral. So that is the second question. What is the third question over here? Yeah, fuel reserves are getting depleted very fast. Why? Means how can we say that, as the fuel reserves means the saving of the reserve, how you have to save the fuels, so that saving of that fuels are getting depleted very fast. How? Means the fuel cannot be reserved, it is finding difficulty in reserving fuel. So what is the reason of that? While fuel reserves are getting depleted very fast, why? So the answer is, see, fuel reserves are depleting very fast because or due to increased use of vehicles. When we use the vehicles too much, okay, then what happens? The fuels in the vehicles get over. Yeah, and the entire air is also polluted with this fuel. So fuel cannot be reserved due to, first reason is increased use of vehicles, second reason is increasing demand for electricity, are the two main reasons. So the demand for electricity is also one reason. Increasing demand for electricity is also reason for the fuel reserve depletion. Okay, so this is